on our journey, on motorbikes, me, and my friend Sanchez. From Bali, through Lombok Island, to the Indonesian island of Sumbawa, the bikes have prepared and washed.
Welcome to my party!
Bikes also refueled. 92 gasoline costs 90 US cents or 13,300 Indonesian rupees. Reach the ferry to Lombok at Padang Bai. All links to locations and ports I will attach under the video and description. From South Bali Nusa Dua, you could take 2 hours to drive. We bought ferry tickets. Cost per person with bike $11.9 US or 150,000 Indonesian rupees. We stopped at the ferry. Unmooring. Captain on the navigating bridge. The chief officer is working. A fair wind blew in and we departed. Between Bali and Lombok 4 hours away. We were looking for a place to sleep. There was no free space. Was stuffy here. And we set up outside on the blowing deck. Around 1 a.m. we arrived port of Lembar at Lombok. Moored. Disembarked on land. Both are sleepy. Looking for a place to sleep until sunrise. At the exit from the port we found a mosque. It's a place to sleep right under God's feet. About 4:30 and woke up with a prayer. God charged for the night's lodging. With my sneakers. In the morning I didn't find them. Where I left them at night. After we charged our phones and ate breakfast, at sunrise we set out on our journey. We headed to the south of Lombok Island, to the Bukit Mary's Lombok. It took 1.5 hours to get there. We got to the hills and beaches, on which cows and monkeys walked. I sat down to read the Maha Mantra Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Afterwards I realized that Sanchez had disappeared. Where's Sanchez? I asked the girls nearby. Look over there. Your friend is leaving. I caught up with Sanchez on the beach, where we went for a swim. There we found a lot of beautiful shells.
Look how beautiful it is from the inside. The starry sky.
After the warrior's ritual dance, Sanchez decided it was time for a battle. Cross. Grave. Heroic strength. Ninja kick. Come on. After that, Sanchez calmed down and the battle was over. We got some rest, and went to the Canyon seaport to take the ferry to Sumbawa Island. It takes about 2.5 hours to get to the port. As we rode, we realized that the bikes needed some modifications. The mechanic's son argued that he was more comfortable on the bicycle. Why do we even need these motorbikes? We didn't argue and moved on. On the way, the local kids offered to play football, and the local girls were shy to be filmed, but not all of them. We reached Lombok City. In general, there are a lot of horses on the road here. We're on the ferry again. Between the island of Lombok and Sumbawa 2 hours by sea. The ticket price per person is $5 or 75,000 Indonesian rupees. Check the navigation bridge. The captain is in position, but the forward lookout is not. Sanchez was appointed to his position. Full ahead. We disembark on ferry ship port Padotano Sumbawa, which welcomes us with rain. It's dangerous on the roads of Sumbawa at night, because cows or horses often cross the road on unlit sections of road. Why can't they sleep at night? We didn't drive far at night, and spent the night in a village not far from the port, in this wooden house. This wooden house cost $10 per night or 150,000 Indonesian rupees. I'll tell you later what they're doing. In a few words, quiet life, beautiful and ordinary working people. How did you sleep? Is this an interview? Yes. Wonderful. It rained again and we spent time reading scriptures. You are an eternal soul and you should know. I'm the soul, I'm Krishna's eternal servant. This is knowledge. And to get it you have to turn to whom? Guru. The rain stopped and I went looking for food, while Sanchez stayed in the house.
Pagi.
Good morning. This is the only local cafe.
Just nasi dan sayuran.
Just rice and vegetables.
Makan di sini.
I'll eat here.
Bawah putih, bawah merah.
Are there garlic or onions here?
No, okay. Good. Bagus.
Great.
Lagi.
More.
Makan atau makan pagi?
Ini sambal sedikit.
Put some spicy sambal in here.
Bukan
Iya.
bule.
Yeah.
Bule na makan sambal.
There she said something about foreigners and sambal.
Terima kasih.
I didn't understand it exactly.
Nih.
Oh, thank you.
Sini kau Slang. Abe. Sini kau nak. Sini kau sayang. Sini mak.
Such a meal cost $1.3 or 20,000 Indonesian rupees. After eating, I decided to walk around and film a walking tour. This village grows and sells seaweed.
Seaweed? Ini.
Rumput laut.
Terima kasih.
This is how the nets are cleaned before the next use.
Just walking.
I have to say something about how fun we are traveling. You can see by us how much fun we have. We find a common language with each other. Is this a video? Yes. We immediately find common ground with each other. We just get along. Me. Infuriate already, generally always. So Sanchez went, got, plucked, got 2 apples, treated me, shared
I love him very much.
him. We may not always fully understand each other, but we try. We don't understand at all. Arriba.
We spent 2 nights in this village and at first thought we would go back to Bali from here. But Sanchez was told about a cafe with very good food, where we decided to go quickly. The drive to the cafe is actually quite far. To the southwest end of the island. On the way we swam at the beautiful Batu Paying beach.
Смотрите, какой подарок.
Look what present Sanchez brought me. Blue. Like in Vrindavan. Blue cows and blue bulls. Imagine that. Is it far? They are on the corner. Give them something to eat first, and then you'll take pictures. It takes about 1.5 hours to reach your destination. The cafe we drove to is called Lisa's Garden. And yes, the food there is delicious. This is where Sanchez watches the music video that was recently filmed. A full, healthy lunch costs $810 per person, or about 140,000 Indonesian rupees. While we were sitting there, suddenly the sun came to the horizon. We caught the sunset at the delightful nearby Gili Dua beach. By the way, I completely forgot to say that we were in a hurry to get back to Bali. Because the next day at 5 p.m., Kirtan was waiting for us in Bali, in Canggu. We wanted to get there in time. Kirtan is a mantra chant in large company. We decided to sleep for a few hours straight in our sleeping bags on the beach. And at 3 a.m., start our drive back. Lights out. Who's the one camping out here in a public place where people are resting? In the morning we stretch and hit the road. Sanchez remembered again that he was a ninja, but this time he quickly calmed down. Chief mate, captain. Hard to port, Port 10, full ahead. Hey, chief mate, let's go steering. Yeah, like that's happening. Who's relaxing here? Before sunrise, we went out on the upper deck to chant the Hare Krishna mantra.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
We're going full speed ahead. Just think, I just found it on Instagram. What is it? Yes, my only photo of the slice, and what is most interesting, it's written, Lombok. Lombok is in the 16th or 15th year. We passed by here on a container ship between Lombok and what it looks like. Now we are again. 8 years later, in my opinion, it was either 8 or 7. How much is there? Similar. And now we are also going to Lombok. Lombok is already in sight ahead.
As soon as I handed over control of the ferry to the local captain, it seemed to me that we were heading for a collision with another vessel. As it turned out later, we took to another ferry his captain. For the sea crossing from Lombok to Bali served a very large ferry with a very large number of passengers. We found a place with panoramic glazing. Luxury cabin, lower deck. Here's a map of our one-way trip with the amount of time we spent on each leg of the trip. For more important information, see the description below the video.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare